What up, though, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit Lions, man. God, work has been killing me, people. I am so behind on so many things that I wanted to get done for you, Pride Nation, and I do apologize about that. But work is basically been getting their money out of me. I'll put it that way. Obviously, we got a lot to talk about. Nick Williams getting this pay cut, something that I predict will happen, and I also predict that he's either going to have to take a pay cut or he's going to be cut. They opted to take the pay cut. Cool. I still believe he is not unscathed because the moment they find another tackle, we'll talk about it. We also got to kind of talk about, Jamal Williams press conference. Pretty much all of our new players press conference and some of the things that's going on in the world. To the people in the chat, Chris Catchball, what up, though? Delusional Lion fan in the mix. Wheezy D313, real Detroit Lions fans. Pitch to the Lions at 7. Oh man, I mean, he did run a 4.46, and so I don't put anything past you. I mean, that's not bad speed for a receiver. I know everybody want to keep calling him a tight end, but that's another story. Don 19, Blue Jay Sarge. Let's see. Let me keep going down this list. Rich Law, Cap Ice Cold, D-Town, Don Burr, Detroit Rage. Let me see. I'm going through here. Go Lions. First black man on the net. OMG is Lions Talk. CJ, one funky Lions fan. Greg Peoples. Cinnamon, I'm not even sure how I'm with the opinions. I suck at this, man. I suck at it. Let me see. Joseph Murdoch, James Holyfield. If you in here, welcome. Let's talk some football. It's finna be one of them days. First things first, let's talk about Nick Williams. This idea that they asked this man to take a pay cut and he chose to do it is so huge to me. And the reason it's huge is because it sets a stage for something that I don't think we quite thought about, which is you took a guy who probably should be a rotational backup and gave him rotational backup money, right? Like, we were paying him at first to be like a starter, and he never was a starter for us. So to get this guy into a pay cut and get him to take less money is a huge start, okay? And so off rip, the idea is right here. It means he wants to be here. And so this got me to thinking. It got me to thinking about his restructuring and what that means for the Lions, as well as the idea. Like I told you, the moment they went and they restructured Collins' deal, I told you everybody was up for it. Either take a pay cut or get the F out of town. They're not playing. It's just that simple, right? Michael Brockers is here because he didn't want to take a pay cut or restructure his deal, I should say, so they can have money on the Rams. Now, the Lions did reward him with giving him a new contract, which means he's going to be our D tackle for at least the next 3 seasons. But you go through and you look at people like Charles Harris, right? A guy who hasn't had like this stellar background, but he was a guy that I had quite a few Lions fans hit me up on and say, the Lions should draft this guy. I remember those conversations. And now he's here, and it's not even an expensive deal. But he goes on to talk about what Sheila Ford said, which was just get to the quarterback. And to me, those simple words are what lines this up for me. People are coming here because they want to. This ain't the destination that it used to be. I really believe that when we had the other guy with the big beard here, we were paying so much because most people figure if I'm going to go through hell, I might as well get paid for it. And now you're getting people who are coming here who want to be here. The sad part is they probably going to still cut them. If they go out, because y'all got to keep in mind, football is done in phases. So you have free agency, draft, and then you got the undrafted free agents, right? Then you got to turn around and you got to cut the roster down to 53. The Lions are still waiting for players that they wanted they shot at to get cut off of teams' 55-man roster. That's dope. And now you can protect certain players on your practice squad. So the Lions is about to be utilizing all type of stuff. Okay? It's all kind of stuff. To me, this sets us up in a position that's so different because every single person who comes in here seems to really want to come here. And at first I was kind of skeptical. I was kind of skeptical about it because I was like, I might be reaching on this one. But then I heard Jamal Williams talk. And you know the first people he talked about? And this is to a bigger picture that I want to show you here. The first thing he talked about was Sheila Ford. Isn't that interesting? You notice how everybody who come in here say something about Sheila Ford? This is programming at its best. You want to talk about an organization that's getting everybody on one accord? Everybody come here talking about Sheila Ford, the front office, Dan Campbell. Jamal Williams could have went anywhere he wanted to. Anywhere. But he chose the Lions. And it's not even for a deal that he couldn't get anywhere on a one-year deal somewhere else. He picked the Lions of all places. This is where it's crazy to me. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, look, correction, one funky Lion fan, Sheila Hamp. My bad. Sheila Hamp. Sheila Ford Hamp, but we got to call her by her legal name. Sheila Hamp. That's all they keep talking about. That's all they keep talking about. Now, am I stoked about some of the new acquisitions we got? I'm only stoked because they're all cheap deals. The talent, in my opinion, is low cost, high reward. So I don't care. I had somebody ask me on one of my videos. I said, "What is the difference between trading for Michael Brockers and trading for Everson Griffin?" And I told him that Everson Griffin was going to be cut, which means not only did you not have to trade a pick for him, you could have just went and seen if he wanted to come here as a free agent. And if he don't come, you don't waste no time. Right? But you went out and you traded for the guy who happened to also be old, past his prime, and he was on the last year of his deal. Michael Brockers was younger, had 2 years on this deal, had a little bit more left in the tank. And then on top of having a little bit more left in the tank, guess what? He comes here where you didn't have no other option to get him but a trade. And you only gave up a 7th round pick for him. Now, granted, we had a conditional pick where if Everson Griffin came in and did certain things, we was going to give up a 5th. But my attitude was you was never going to re-sign him even if he did come in and do those certain things. So that was still a waste. Luckily, we gave up a 6th. And I still hate that we gave that up because you didn't have to give up nothing for a guy who was going to be on the free agent market. But the difference is all these people who are coming to the Lions now are coming because of what? Ownership, front office, coaching staff. Y'all, some of y'all in this chat cuss me out day in and day out for the last 3 seasons for saying that it take 3 years to build a culture. You can't tell me that they're not building a culture right now. The only thing is can they win with this culture? I had another person tell me that this is the same old Lions until they win a playoff game or the division. And I said, really? Huh. Why is that? Because they've never been to the mountaintop. Okay. So now the question becomes, if that's the only thing that you got to say is that they're the same old Lions because they never been to the mountaintop, there's a lot of teams who do same old whatever, same old Browns, same old Eagles, same old. The reality is this team is already trending differently. They're already trending differently. Everybody wants to know who our receivers is going to be. Am I finna act like Tyrell Williams is this stellar receiver? Nope. Am I finna act like our new receiver / kick returner? I forgot his damn last name from the Titans. Is this stellar receiver? Nope. Am I about to act like Pyramid is this killer receiver? No. But you know why I'm excited for that receiving core? Because it's the unit. It's not about one player. It's not about anything else. It's a unit. And it's a unit that you are going to turn around, and you're going to do some things so different that it's going to shake everything up. There are some people already picking the Lions to be the favorite for the first overall pick. There's nothing about this that say that. Nothing. Matt Patricia is the best coach of all time. Ah, crap. Sorry. You said no cursing. Shout out to Tom Grassi, man. You know, I mean, if you, as a Packers fan, you should love Matt Patricia. But even you, Tom, and at some point we gotta have to get together to talk about this. There is some buzz around the Lions being a destination that free agents want to go to. And it's apparent that it's starting at the top. And that's the things that we got to look at. That's what we got to look at. I think that we're going to shock a few teams. So just putting it out there, but the reality still stands. All right. Tom, don't start that up in here. But the reality still stands that this Lion team is different, people. And I'm gonna point out some things that stands out to me, right? Like we clean the house left to right, right? So they supposed to have a visit with I know I'm gonna botch his name, but y'all don't kill me. DeMonte Kaiser, however you pronounce his name, right? The safety from the Falcons. I don't even care if they sign him. You know why? Because once I go Tracy Walker, who are the other damn safeties? Like seriously, who are the other safeties? Somebody tell me who the other damn safety is. Once we go past, and if you say Will Harris, I might boost you from the chat. It's no way in hell you're going to tell me. He at best, he might need to go over to linebacker. Look, Tom get some heat. Tom in here get some heat. Even your secondary can pick off Andy Dalton, so we vibing. Man, listen. I really think it's going to be a shift in a way. Everybody thinking we expect it to be hot garbage, and I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't. There's some things that I think go in our favor. First things first. We got coaches who had a chance to not only navigate through the pandemic, but they're going to get an offseason. They're going to have a system already set up for a remote offseason where they're going to have schedules set up for weightlifting and conditioning and film study and so forth and so on. And when you go through and you look at those things, I'm telling you that off rip, it's going to be different. It has to. Now, if I'm absolutely wrong, feel free to come back and hand me a new one. Right? Hand me a new one. But when I tell you that everything that they're doing is benefiting us one way or another, I mean that. If they go out and get a bunch of secondary talented players, who cares? At worst case scenario, we're freeing up cap space for next year, right? When the cap goes up, because it's going to go up. As more and more people start to get into the stadiums, it'll go up. So you're automatically going to win in that department. Let's say they do suck and they do go 6-10, 7-9, right? Let's say they go in the way that most of y'all think, right? They still in a good position. Because now they're gonna have money to destroy and dominate the free agency pool, and they're gonna have draft picks upon draft picks upon draft picks. Right? Then you flip it just one more time. Let's say they do win. Don't matter. They still gonna have 2 first-round picks in next year's draft to do something, and a bunch of expiring contracts that they don't got to worry about. Everybody here now at this point is on a tryout basis. Prove to me you deserve to be here. This is different. Let's see. Big West Kevin, he says we might get 4 comp picks next draft. Plus, we got LA's first, the next 2 or 3 picks upon picks upon picks upon picks. I'm just saying, Will Harris needs to put on 20 pounds to move the linebacker. Then tell him to put on 20 pounds. We did it with Killebrew. We did it with Killebrew. Do it with him. I'm not for the Will Harris experiment no more. Okay, Walker's the only safety we really have right now. Fact, that's probably the weakest part of our team, and all I keep hearing from most Lions fans is we need receivers. Cisco in the second round, I take it. Everybody has Lions drafting Devontae Smith at 7. I still think we trade back as is the best move. I agree with you, Omar. I think we trade back, and I don't even think we begin. I don't even think we begin to even look at anything outside of a trade down. Listen to 97.1 or Luke G on my way home. Easy choice. Salute. I ain't finna sugarcoat it. And I'm not from New York. I'm from this city. Born and raised at this city. Listen, I'm in the city. I rock with the city. You know what I mean? So a lot of times what you have is you got to, they kill me when they have these commercials and they say number one radio. What other radio show can we listen to in Detroit outside of 97.1 the ticket for sports talk? You can't. So you got to find people who have a decency to give you objective views. Haters going to say it's fake. You know what I'm saying? What is Benjamin over here talking about? It says Gillespie, Cox, Jamie Davis. Yep, all good names we should be looking at. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we've been at all those pro days too. Like, seriously. I was sitting up there having a conversation with SpeakEZ, shout out to him, and then it dawned on me what the truth was. When we was talking about taking the quarterback, he just wants a mobile quarterback. There's no excuse for it. He don't like golf. He wants a mobile quarterback. Cool. But he also understands that it's not going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen. Unless Zach Wilson falls to us at 7, we're not taking a quarterback. And you may be asking, well, why would it be just Zach Wilson? Because his accuracy is well up there with the Trevor Lawrence's. It's ahead of Jalen Fields, and it's 10 times better than Trey. Sorry. And I think they like the fact that he is gutsy and has those accuracy. The only problem I have with him is he has led some receivers into some bad situations. That can be coached out. Okay. So let's go to the next part of this. Because we gotta address this part of it too. Right? We gotta address this part of it too. How do the Lions navigate so that Jared Goff can be successful? And if you're paying close attention to what they're doing, look at all the positions they have not touched, right? I want y'all to think long and hard. Right now in the chat, put in there all the positions you could think of that we have not touched, okay? Put them all in there. Starting off with probably the one you want the most, linebacker. Most of y'all want a new linebacker. We ain't touched that, right? Y'all want another offensive lineman. Ain't touched it. Right? Keep going down the list. Look at all the positions that we haven't touched. I need y'all to light it up. I need to see all of them. Because what you're going to find out is I'm going to show you how I'm starting to figure out their formula for this draft. I'm finna show you how it works. Detroit Ray says, question, if historically the Lions never trade spots, why do we speak on it? Well, that's not historically true. If you go back, we have traded a few times in the first round and have traded spots. The problem is it doesn't happen as often as you would think, because a lot of the times the players that they want, other teams want, or they not offering trade deals that we can get behind. I have no doubts that we could have traded that pick last year, that 3rd overall pick. We could have traded that pick. I think he just didn't. And I think he said, forget it. Where I got rid of Slay, I need to find a replacement. And so he went to his regular playbook and took a Big Ten player in the first round. I think he's drafted over like 13 players in between round 1 and 2, and most of them were like freaking Big Ten players. So that's what I think it is. Oh man, yeah, you ain't got to tell me, Steve. Easy don't like golf. You ain't got to tell me. All right, so let's go through and look at what we ain't touched yet. Let's start off with you, Cap Ice. He says linebacker, O-line, cornerback, safety. Nope. Now let's play around with it. We picking 7, right? We picking 7. Y'all gonna see some trends in y'all own history right here. Watch this. Safety also badly. Let's keep going. Offensive line, linebacker. Watch this. If I just use Cap Ice, because I see that this is one of the most common ones that's coming up. If I just use this one right here, you know the one that keeps popping up? O-line. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. You know the one that keeps coming up? O-line, linebacker, safety. Now, who is the DB that's going to play safety that's worthy of the 7th pick? Nobody. Who's the linebacker worthy of the 7th pick? Nobody. But could there be some stellar, outstanding linemen falling to us by 7? Yep. I'm locking my pick in now that the Lions are going to select the offensive lineman. They have went after everything but that. They could have went out and did so many things to add so many linemen. Look at all these linemen that got cut this season. And we ain't touched none of them. We've talked to a few linebackers. We tried to bring back Jared Davis. We got meetings set up with Kaiser. But we ain't talking to no O-lineman. They feel that good about their O-line? I believe that it's either one or two things. Trade back, or 2, we stand there and we taking our pick. And if we do that, it's going down. I'm telling you right now. Nah, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. There's a few corners in this draft that I do like. They're not worth a top 10 pick. I don't have a defensive player rated in my top 10 of players based on talent, especially for the Lions. Now, if I was a top 10 pick and I'm well, hell, I can't, when I go through look at the top 10, I really can't make an argument for any of these teams to take a defensive player in the top 10. Not one. If you look at the top 10 right now, I cannot make an argument for us to take any of them teams to take a defensive player. I don't see how, like, if we were to go through and start off with the Jacksonville Jaguars, you just gonna pass on Trevor Lawrence for a defensive player because they that many miles ahead of Trevor Lawrence. Okay. The Jets, who need offensive line help, receivers, and a quarterback, you just gonna skip over all 3 of those major needs for a defensive player? Don't see it. The Dolphins picking at 3. You really think they finna waste a 3rd overall pick on a defensive player? By the way, keep an eye on the Dolphins at 3. We either trading back or up. It's one of those two. That pick is getting traded. Like as a I don't even like to bet, but I'm telling you, if I'm betting, they're trading that pick. But look at the Falcons. You think the Falcons is going to take a defensive player when they got an aging quarterback, a receiver who can't really stay healthy, offensive line problems, running back problems? I mean, they do need defensive help, but I don't see them skipping over nothing like that. Cincinnati, your quarterback just got his whole life wrecked. You think they finna sit there and not take that? I'm just telling you, there is no top 10 talent defensive players this year for me. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's just the way the draft is set up and what people's needs are. Now, if you in here, you rocking with me, hit that like and subscribe and notification bell, because I got so much to do this week. I got a lot of things I got to knock out. Got a few more film studies coming. Just a few more. Got to knock out a few more. I got to do it a little bit different, but I'm going to get it done. All right. I see a lot of people saying that they prefer Slater over Sewell. I agree. I think that Slater is the most athletic thing I've seen in a long time. I would be surprised if he sucked. I would be surprised that he sucked. Any questions y'all have for me, post them in the chat. We free balling it. I got my agenda on what I want to talk about, but I'm going to take y'all questions as well. Put them in the chat. CJ says Okudah and Surtain would be great though. You taking a cornerback at 7. You ain't learned. You ain't learned yet. It's if you has Surtain went against Jamar Chase. Let's start there. Has he went against Jamar Chase? Go and find that film and then tell me should he be a 7th overall pick? You tell me. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying go and look at the film and who he went against. Some of them receivers, I'm talking about them serious ones. Yeah. That's a different beast. I actually like 2 guys for the O-line that should be 2nd-round picks. Jenkins and no, I don't think they make it to the 2nd round. That buzz has gotten too big for both of them. Jenkins and Radun, that's the Reduns. Is that the guy from North? The school that Trey Lance go to. That's him. That's that offensive lineman. Yeah, he been getting a lot of buzz. He been getting a whole lot of buzz. I'm good with Sewell or Slater. You can't go wrong with neither one. Luke, do you like 2021 or 2022 quarterback class? Yep. It's not going to be as strong as people may think, but then again, we don't really know what none of these people are going to be. I remember everybody thought Jamarcus Russell was finna take over. He was big. He can run. He had the powerful arm. He sucked. Right? Ryan Tannehill going to be the future. He's just, meh. Russell Wilson got took in the 3rd round. Looks like a freaking Hall of Famer. We don't really know. Do I have a problem? Like, to me, there's some quarterbacks. Like, I think Bo Nix come out next year. I like him. I like the guy from North Carolina. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but it'll bounce in my head in a moment. But I think you'll get some options next year, depending on where you at. But we shouldn't be worried about quarterback for real, because our thing is just to build up the team first. Okay? Again, it is what it is. Delusional Lion fan says, same old Lions, huh? Same old Luke. Yeah, I like that. Same old Lions change the same old Luke. I'm going to keep it 100. He scored 100 on the RAD score. You know what? I'm going to get Math Buns back on here. I'm going to get him back on here because I told him that we were going to have this conversation when the time came, and I want to make sure I do it. So Tane overrated. He's going to struggle in the first few years. I think he's going to be struggling too. 2021 quarterback class is better than 2022. I haven't looked at 2022, but I know that I don't like to put too much slander on there. We're not really sure what's coming. Let's see. A cornerback like Adam Stoll in the 60s and 70s, plus adding a vet and free agent. I don't see them doing that, so that's why I don't see it happen. Slater just seems like an animal. That dude's different. Any cheap cornerbacks we can steal from free agency. Yeah, they're going to come after they cut rosters down. There's still some cornerbacks out there, but the Lions is not panicking. They're trying to get people who want to be here, because if you get people who want to be here, who want to play for each other, it's a different breed. I remember Benny Blaze made this statement where he said that it's our job to change the culture, right? And so he said that when he got here, he was like, we had it already set in our head that we changing the culture, period, point, and blank. And that's just what it should be. Does Slater remind you of Tart Glenn, who played with the Colts at left tackle? No. Slater to me reminds me of a shorter Tyron Smith, somebody who's overly athletic and can block in the pass game and can block in the run game, and he's smart about it. He knows how to maintain leverage, so that's why I would say that. Luke, what linebackers would you draft in the 2nd round if there is? Boy, I got a lot of those. Woo! I got a lot of linebackers I can take in the 2nd. To me, the guy that I think that most people are probably not going to pay attention to at the linebacker position is at Ohio State, Browning. I would love him. I think he can get the job done. Obviously, they like the guy, Jamie Davis out of Kentucky. I think he can be there. I'm looking for guys who are athletic and I know can play all three, if not four, because sometimes we got to have that wild one, other linebacker spots. And if he can't, I'm down with it. Scott says, thinks Walker Little O-line sleeper between pick 60 and 75. School and number. Walker is such a common name. Slater reminds me of Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas is another one of those athletic guys that I fell in love with, him and Alex Mack. So if you don't trade out of 7, what position or player the Lions should take? Offensive lineman. 100%. Offensive lineman. And if you decide to go against the offensive lineman because you decide you want to take an offensive weapon, a.k.a. a receiver / tight end like Pitts, I'm not going to kill you there. But I think they're looking to take the offensive lineman unless, for somehow, some way, Wilson falls to them. It's the only way they're gonna pull the trigger. With Lance, he too raw. It's not enough under his belt for them to be trying to take that risk. You talking about me as a new coach? I'm gonna place all my stuff on this, and I was willing to make a trade to get my quarterback out, but I felt confident who I got to replace him. I'm not worried about taking projects. That's not what the goal is. Because that one pick, see, this first pick that they make with this is going to define this whole entire team. I don't see them making no mistake with that. Bryce Young from Alabama, we'll see how he do. Alabama quarterbacks are weird to me because those teams are so loaded. It's like if I plug you in, you should be able to perform. You keep using the exception as the rule. The exception as the rule. About who? Trey Lance? That's what you're talking about, Greg? Talking about Trey Lance, the exception? There is nothing logically speaking that makes sense for the Lions to take Trey Lance at 7. Nothing. There's just nothing. If you take him at 7 and he sits for 3 years, let's say Lions mess around and get to the NFC Championship. And year 2, you just gonna get rid of Goff? Nope. Let's say the Lions mess around and let's say the Lions mess around and have an opportunity. I'll put it like this. If I got to pick between a guy who's had years of experience of playing time versus a guy who didn't, I'm taking the guy with the experience. Like if you can pick the guy who's fresh out of college as a surgeon to do your surgery, or a guy who's done it for years, I'm pretty sure you're taking the guy who done it for years. Just saying. Sam Howell. Yeah, that's his name. That's the guy named from North Carolina. I like him. I think Bo Nix might be a little bit better, but I'm going to keep an eye on both of them, though. Let's keep going down the list. Let me see what we got. Let me keep going down the list. The thing I want y'all to also pay attention to is this. The way that people are responding in the media as players is not robotic like it was under the previous coaching staff that we had. And so when you go through and you look at that, you see that there's already a cultural shift immediately. Rich Law says, who is your sleeper player? Oh, yeah. Okay. We talking. All right. First of all, I got almost a sleeper player at every position except for like two. At running back, I really believe that the running back out of North Carolina is going to be a monster. I got to go put up everybody's name because y'all know I remember jersey numbers. I need to do a better job of paying attention to that stuff, but I remember jersey numbers. It makes it easier for me to remember than their name because I suck with names. But I got a few people, and I'm gonna give you who I'm drawing on from sleepers. So I'm gonna go down with quarterbacks first, and then I'll tell you who my sleeper is at quarterback, and then I'll tell you who my sleeper is at pretty much every position that I could think of. All right. So at quarterback, again, y'all ain't got to agree with me, but I think Texas quarterback Sam Ellington is a quarterback that we want to pay attention to. I watched him at Texas. I've seen him without nothing still find ways to make plays and take a beating. And I like his ability to just be under constant pressure and show up. So I like what he brings to the table. Another person at quarterback that I have been paying attention to is Davis Mills, the quarterback out of Stanford. I don't know how Stanford keep doing this. I really don't. I just look at him and I say to myself, I can get him in the later rounds, and he can truly be somebody with a little bit more fine tuning that would be a 100% monster. 100% monster. Let's go down to running backs. Again, y'all don't gotta agree with me. These are just people that I looked at and I said, God, these dudes, if I can get one of these dudes, I'm gonna be all right. So the North Carolina running back is Javonte Williams, who I think is not getting enough praise right now. But there's another running back out of Memphis, Kenny Gainwell, who I think is not getting enough praise right now. And there was one other running back that I was like, yo, I didn't even realize he was in the draft. And I was hype as hell when I saw it. So hold on one second. I'm going to go find his name for you. Larry Roundtree III from Missouri. I remember watching film of somebody else and trying to figure out, like, who in the hell is this running back? who is this running back cutting these corners like this? I mean, it's amazing to me at how some of these people are getting it done, like 100% getting it done. But he was one of those guys that really stood out to me. Receivers, I mean, Arkansas got one. I mean, it's so many receivers, bro. Like, I don't even really want to go down receivers. I feel like you can do it. Tight ends, I mean, there's a few of them, but they're not complete like I would like. But I want to try to get into some of those others. Let's go into the linebackers. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to try to get onto what we need. That's how I'm gonna do it just for the sake of time. Linebackers. Sleeper linebackers. Shoot, man. This is so messed up because I know some of these is gonna be like, what? I like KJ Britt from Auburn. I think he'll be a good one. He's 100% a system guy. I think most of them are, but I like him. I like Tony Fields. Somebody told me about go check out Tony Fields from West Virginia, and I did, and I'm in love. That boy different. That Tony Fields is different. I like him. Let me think. Who else that came out to me? Patty Fisher from Northwestern. Like him. I got a few, man. Like I said, it's a few sleepers. I don't want to give you them all because I could probably do a video on it. But them are just a few of the sleepers that I like. Let me see what we got going on down here. Let me keep going through it. Walker Little is out of Stanford O-lineman. Okay, I'm gonna check him out. Yo, Ty Billing is my early radar for players. He got a very good channel. He's very good at what he do. I rock with him. I like what he do. Washington football team is under consideration as a permanent football team name. It beats the alternative for lawsuit, so I ain't whatever. Let me see. Let me keep going down. Draft position 2022. I mean, damn, you 2022. Honestly, I say somewhere between 15 and 20, somewhere in that area. Let's see. Brownie kind of looks slow. Maybe it's me. True, but you got to look at it in game speed and what's going on and intelligence. Line football is not just speed. It's not just muscle. It's not. Like you could take a bodybuilder and put him on an offensive line and he'll get dominated. There's techniques to this stuff. Jerry Rice wasn't faster than all them cornerbacks. He was killing Deion. I know Deion faster than Jerry. So I'm just saying, you can hate me now. McKenzie says, if Fields falls to 7, do you trade the pick or take him? I trade the pick. I trade the pick. It's just that simple. There's only one quarterback I think that they will look at, and if he has to be the only one to fall there, I don't think they'll take Fields. I just don't. Let me see. I'm gonna keep going. Do you want O to expand our run game, or do you not trust Goff with the correct O-line? Oh, that ain't for me, but okay. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. It says, look, I want to trade so far back that I justify getting a linebacker or a safety whenever that number is. I'm good with it. I think that's the plan. I think the plan is to trade back as many times as you can, acquire more picks, and build your team within a 1 to 2 year span so that no matter who you plug in at quarterback, they have a team around them. You don't got to get it all done in just first year. Yeah, some of y'all be forgetting. Y'all be getting all hyped up on these receivers. Remember N'Keal Harry? I thought N'Keal Harry was going to be a monster. What happened to him? I saw a video the other day messing around with the hood cam, shout out to him, where this cornerback hits him high and knocked him completely out of bounds. Just disgusting. So it doesn't make sense to me. Lance might need 3 years to sit. He damn skippy he is. 3 years max. You put him in for 3 years, and I'm telling you, you're gonna ruin that confidence. Because the one thing about him, he likes to make sure he can show that he can get it done. And I hate that he don't know how to slide. Because the last guy who didn't know how to slide, his career wasn't all that great. Here's looking at you, Robert Griffin. I'm just saying. I see what you over there doing down 19. I don't see that happening. They're not going to draft a player for a gadget, just for gadget plays. They're not going to do that. Lance, say cool. Wow. Let me see. I'm going down the list. Luke, let me say the Lions only win 5 games the next 2 years. Then what? Taking a guy like Lance that has all the tools is smart. If not, then the coaching staff is garbage. So if you're saying they win 5 games over the next 2 seasons, is that what you're saying? One funky Lion fan? If you're saying that, then I don't want them. I don't want this coaching staff here any damn way. 5 games over. That's worse than Matt Patricia. That's worse than Matt Patricia. You only got 5 games in 2 seasons. You can't be here, and you're gonna hear me pitching a bitch. 100%. But taking Lance is not a smart move when you're sitting at 7. Not when you still have other holes. When y'all start telling me who's the other safety playing with Tracy Walker, we can talk. When y'all start telling me who's our starting linebacking core, we can talk. Who's our starting offensive line, we can talk. Quarterback is the least of our worries. You weren't paying attention when we took Tim Boyles? You think he was just brought here just for kicks and giggles? No, he's the backup. And the guy that they're going to keep an eye on and develop is David Blau. There's only one quarterback that I think fits the standard that they want, and that is Wilson. I want some smash mouth Lions football. That's what we're getting back to. In the mix, Luke, Bo Nix is only good for RPOs. Then run them. I believe it was Glover Quin who said that people look at players and see how good they are, but don't run the plays that make them successful. Run them. I'm just saying. I think Bo Nix is one of them guys that you can do some things with. I mean, hell, Tim Tebow won some playoff games because they used his strengths. I'm not asking my quarterback to be the savior. I'm asking him to not hurt me. That's all. The problem that most of these teams keep making is they keep trying to win it with the quarterback. It says you keep going back to Jamarcus Russell as if all quarterbacks turn out like him. The flip side with Wilson is unlikely to get someone that's great in the third. He is an anomaly. No, I keep going back to Jamarcus Russell is because if you go through the most recent first round quarterbacks, if you go through most of them, there are more miss than hits, right? And this is not me just making it up. This is me saying, look, there's a notable pattern that's not my fault. So what I'm going to do is go to the 2000 NFL draft, okay? And we'll work through each one of the first round quarterbacks. And I'm telling you, what you're going to find is it wasn't worth it. So starting in the 2000s, the first quarterback selected was Chad Pennington. He was okay, but he didn't. You talking about taking somebody seventh? I don't even think he was in 2000. I don't even think he was the best quarterback taken. Probably. I'm finna go and look at all the other quarterbacks who were taken in 2000. I'm gonna work my way all the way up, and I'll let you be the judge. Chris Redman, T. Martin, Mark Bolger. In 2000, Tom Brady was the best quarterback taken, 6th round. Okay, there go one example proven. Let's go to 2001. This idea to taking the quarterback so early. And most of us don't even have a real reason that why we like this person. We got Michael Vick in 2001, the first quarterback taken. Right? First quarterback taken. Drew Brees was taken after him. I will argue hands down Drew Brees was better. He was taken 32nd. Quincy Carter was taken. Jesse Palmer, Mike McMahon. Y'all remember Mike McMahon? Y'all wanted him to be the starter so bad. But again, another example that the guy who looked like he should be the hot stuff, and this is another guy who was mobile, didn't do it like the guy who ended up doing it and Drew Brees. Let's keep going. I don't just say this stuff because I want to be right or I want to be crazy. I'm telling you, I'm seeing certain things. 2002, David Carr was the first quarterback taken. Joey Harrington was the second quarterback taken. Let's go and look at all the quarterbacks in 2002, right? Because we got two quarterbacks already, Joey Harrington and David Carr. Let's see. Patrick Ramsey, Josh McCown, David Gerard, Rohan Davey, Randy Fana. Let me see. Kirk Kittner, Brandon Doman, Craig Neal, JT O'Sullivan. Them all great names, huh? David Carr was awesome. Joey Harrington was phenomenal. More proof that because you take them high don't mean nothing. 2003, Carson Palmer. Lord knows I love me some Carson Palmer, but Byron Leftwich was the second quarterback taken. Right? Let's see that they get the best quarterback based on how we doing it. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just showing you that your people are not hitting on them quarterback hits, especially not to be doing it that damn high when you got other pressing needs. So let's see. David Carr, Byron Leftwich, Kyle Boyler, Rex Grossman, who went to a Super Bowl before those people took it ahead of him. Shocking. Dave Rogan, Chris Sims, Seneca Wallace. Bruh, I don't think, listen. Cliff Kingsbury. Bruh, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down yet? Anybody picking up what I'm putting down yet? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We're going to talk about this quarterback at 7. Like, this is a surefire can't miss. I'm not knocking it, but I'm just showing you that everybody not hitting on these talents because they're coming to teams who are trash. And you're going to find that the teams who are successful End up having teams already prepared. In 2004, Eli Manning was the first quarterback taken. Phillip Rivers was number 2. Ben Roethlisberger was the third quarterback taken. Right? Let's go and look at all the quarterbacks in terms of order, right? And you tell me, Eli Manning got Super Bowls. You think he was a dope player? No, he had a damn good squad around him. Phillip Rivers, I thought, was better than Eli. He ain't got no championships. Ben Roethlisberger. Then we go on down to the rest of the people in the clan. J.P. Lossman, Matt Schaub, Luke McCown. Y'all acting like quarterbacks just so easy to find these days. If you're going to tell me Eli Manning was the best quarterback in that draft, no. He wasn't even probably the second best. But if you go by Super Bowls, then you can call it whatever you want. Let's go to 2005. Alex Smith, the first quarterback taken that year. Because y'all love these mobile quarterbacks. These people with no experience. You know who was taken 24th that year? Aaron Rodgers. You going to tell me that they got it right? Then you got Jason Campbell. I ain't even going to name these other people. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. One of those people that was taken was Ryan Fitzpatrick. He was taken in the 7th round that year. So here go another team picking in the top 10, and they still ain't getting the best quarterback. And 9 times out of 10, it ain't got nothing to do with the actual player. You know what it got something to do with? It got something to do with this simple fact right here. You better have a team around them ready to rock and roll for them to win. It just is what it is. And you're right. A lot of them need to know how to start early this year in the mix, but it's not going to happen. Speaking of which, in the mix, hit me up, man, so we can get you on the show. I'm just trying to show you, bro, that I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not giving you a one-all. I'm telling you that the Lions cannot afford to make that mistake. They can't. Because now if you do, you already got Goff on roster. That's 25, 26 million right there. 28. We're going to just say 28 for the love. Now you got the rookie contract, which they're going to argue ain't that much, but like 6 million don't matter. But now you got your money wrapped up in a rookie that you can't do nothing with. Here's looking at you, Rosen. Luke G would have told Curry to stop shooting 3-pointers. Actually, I wanted the Pistons to draft Curry. Him shooting 3-pointers ain't never been a problem for me. Efficiency is what I look at. And he's very efficient at shooting those threes. And he lets you know that if you won't let him get by the rim, don't worry, he'll bring the rim to him. That's a difference. I'm looking for efficient. But I am an old geezer. I appreciate it. Let me see, man. I'm just going through asking y'all questions. Lou, do you think that the positions we are looking at in the late rounds, easy, wide receiver. At this point, you got to go from like this. Rounds 1 and 2, they're looking for starters. Rounds 3 and 4, I'm going to say 3 and 4, they're looking for more trench guys. Trench guys and receivers. 5, 6, 7 on out, they're looking for special teams players who can bring something to the table. That includes anybody who can do more than one thing. But I think that what you're going to see is this. His first round is going to be offensive line. Second round, I think they go out, they look up, and they go, hey, we got a chance to get a good safety, or they got a chance to get a good D lineman. I think they take it. Or vice versa. They take the linebacker or safety in the second, and then D lineman in the third. By the time the fourth come around, they're trying to add more depth on defense. So I can see a lot of scenarios play it out. I think that's the order we look at in terms of going down the road. Let me see what else we got going here. I do like the D-line. Big Ben was the guy that everyone thought was a reach because he played for a small school. He seems to work out pretty good. Yep. And he took it in the top 10. Took it in the top 10. Most fans didn't even want him. That's my point. And Ben Roethlisberger had a body of work. Trey Lance don't have that. It says yes, and Aaron Rodgers got to sit. Right, on the team that was already made to go. What do you mean? Favre left, and that team was ready to go. They had running backs, receivers, tight ends, offensive line, defense, and a coach. It was ready to go. He just had to not mess up. I'm just saying. We need some D tackles, though. They coming. Always talking about old stuff. This is the future. Well, the future is based on the past. And so you learn how things go in the future based on the past. Back in the day, there to be all type of weird diseases and stuff that we didn't know how to stop. Future now know how to stop it because the past took care of it. Somebody planted a tree back then for us to breathe right now. We go past trees that's been there for years. We don't talk about it. You know why? Because 9 times out of 10, we don't want to hear the story. But the reality is the past tells us how to handle the future. Right? It's just the reality of it. Back in the day, you used to ride around with the president in drop tops. We don't do that no more. Security is different. You used to be able to get on an airplane with all kind of knives. We don't do that no more. So yes, I bring up the past a lot because the past helps me understand my future. And it tells me more about my present. Those who fail to learn from the past are destined to repeat it. I don't have time to repeat what's already been done. You don't got to set me on fire to know that it ain't going to work. You ain't got to drop me in the volcano to know I ain't going to survive. Just saying. I wouldn't mind the Lions drafting a guy like Ronnie Perkins. If you're talking like late rounds, I'm cool. Jack Frost says, what up, Luke? I see you, big fella. Appreciate it. Let me see. O-line, Dacker, Jonah, Ragnow, Big V, Slayton. Boy, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. You can run with it, pass with it, quick. Man, listen, do you realize if you call a screen and Slater's your right tackle, he's going to get out there. The Lions building the team up first. So whoever they put back there will just succeed. Plus, it won't be the quarterback that be on the team. No, right. It needs to be a plug-in guy where I got so much done that it's all good to go. Let me see. So what if we go 9-7 and golf a scrub? Then what? So if we go 9-7 and golf is a scrub, then we really doing good. You went 9-7 with a scrub at quarterback? Okay. Well, how can I take that 9-7 and build off of it? What do I got to add to take more pressure off my scrub quarterback that I ain't got to put pressure on for the next quarterback to come in and fill in? That's how football works. All right. In the mix there, he going to hit me up to come on. We'll see. Ronnie Perkins or Joe Tyron, man. Ooh, I like Joe. I like Joe. Me and Joe, all right. Luke, Bud, this is the year they can afford to make the mistake. Next 2 years, they can't. Why? Somebody tell me why. Why is this the year they can afford to make the mistake? I have never, ever subscribed to this belief that you can make a mistake in any 1 year. No. Each one of them draft picks you get is a setback. That's money. Who just want to throw money away? If you just want to throw money away, let me help you. Let me help you. Hit me up on Discord. I'm going to help you throw your money away. Write it into me so I can do something useful with it. They don't have an opportunity. How can you go from that team that you just saw from the last 3 years and say that this is the opportunity they have to make the mistake? Hell no. This is foundational building. And when you're doing foundational building, you don't make these kind of mistakes. You just don't. Luke, you think any to hit on those picks no matter what? I'm just saying. Go Lions says, keep going. Keep going. They don't understand, bro. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to tell you. It don't make no sense. Let me see what we got going on here. What's our strongest position right now? I hate to say it, but offensive line and tight end. We got 3 good offensive linemen. and we got a complete tight end room. So you got two blocking tight ends, your guy who can block and catch. You got a guy who's 100% receiver tight end, and then you got the one guy who don't mind doing the grunt work. He's going to be a little bit of fullback, a little bit of tight end, a little bit of everything in Josh Hill. Goff is our quarterback for 2 years minimum. I hope he plays well and stay longer. We'll see. That's all you can hope for. But I don't understand this. Let me ask you this question, because now I'm finna jump ahead to the box, and I'm finna get into something that I've been trying to rant about. Help me understand something, Lions fans. Okay, all I've been hearing for years is get Stafford out of here. He don't have a winning record. That's all I've been hearing. He don't have a winning record. He don't have a winning record. No matter how many times I have tried to tell people that this is not a quarterback stat, that's all I keep hearing. Now you get a quarterback with a winning record, and you want his ass gone. Help me make sense of this. Help me make it make sense. Why is it that you get what you want, the guy with the so-called winning record? Which one is it? Because it seems like it's convenient for this fan base to point out things that suits their argument. Which one is it? Help me understand this. Stafford he never won nothing. Stafford never did this. Then you get a guy who's been to the Super Bowl, who's won playoff games and all this other crap that y'all want to put out there, and now you want to draft a quarterback to replace him. Help me make it make sense. All you've been hearing is, oh, Stafford in garbage time, man. Stafford in garbage time. Yeah, he always playing from behind, garbage time. And then you get a goddamn quarterback who's playing ahead, and now you want another quarterback. Why? This is why this damn organization was failing. Because for the longest, they were listening to the fans. I'm trying not to rip people. I'm trying my best. It's hard. But I can't wrap my head around this logic. I can't. You know, man, we could have got anybody to play quarterback. Now you got anybody, you don't like them. You don't like them. He ain't got no strong arm. How many, let's be honest, Lions fans, how many goddamn Rams games you was watching? Let's be honest. Not counting the ones where the Rams went against the Lions. Let's be honest. How many Rams games you really was watching? Really? And you are already ready to get them out of here. Why? Why? What's the logic? What's the logic? You had an opportunity to get what you want. And no matter how much you keep getting what you want, you never satisfy. At some point, the problem is you. Man, go and look at Stafford. Stafford's he go top 10 excuses for Stafford. Man, Stafford, man, he been here 12 years, yo. Now you get a guy who ain't been in the league 12 years, who ain't been here 12 years. He ain't even been here one whole damn month. Get him out of here. New quarterback, come in. Man, Stafford, man, ain't no excuse for him to be losing all them playoffs games. He go a guy who y'all say won playoff games. Get him the hell out of here. All Stafford got is a strong arm. Here go a guy who's accurate and has done something. He ain't got no strong arm. Now, which one is it? Help me make it make sense. Somebody tell me what the hell am I missing? It's like the goalposts keep getting moved based on who? Stafford didn't run, man. We need a quarterback to run. Y'all fall in love every goddamn time with receivers and mobile quarterbacks. Tell me how many mobile quarterbacks won Super Bowls. I'll wait. Name me a mobile quarterback who has more Super Bowls than a non-mobile quarterback. I'll wait. And then you sit here, scream at the top of y'all lungs, get Stafford out of here. He ain't won nothing. He ain't did nothing. You get a guy who now has a proven track record, and I have people telling me we could have got Fitzpatrick. Oh, don't let me forget this one. This number one excuse right here. This bullshit right here. This the stuff I can't stand. That contract, man. That contract that he had, man, he wasn't worth that contract. Then you get a guy who comes in who's younger with a better, more suitable contract. It's still too high. What the? help you make it make sense. Explain it to me. I don't get it. Greg says, Luke, you can't use idiot Lion fans speak for us all, man. I'm not saying for all of us, but I'm saying that there are certain trends and things that for some reason keep coming up that don't make no damn sense. We don't have a reason to get a quarterback this year, people. Y'all, we didn't go out and get Tyrod Taylor. We didn't go out and get freaking Andy Dalton. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. You got a guy who's been to a Super Bowl, who's won something, the one stat y'all like to talk about, and now you still want to get his replacement. Why? Now they're going to try to move the goalpost and say it's about creating competition. What competition? His ass is not playing. The quarterback that you're going to take at 7, if it's Trey Lance, is not going to play and should not play until at least 3 years. And then even in a 3-year period, you still got to have a team well enough ready to rock and roll, which means that if he balls out in his first season, which would be his 4th, you got to pay him a big contract. This is stupid. Why? When you have a perfectly good opportunity right now with a guy to take a snap. He ain't even took a damn snap. He probably just got the playbook, and we already trying to find his replacement. But we giving bullshitting ass head coaches 3rd years with a 9-22-1 record. Y'all help it make sense. We hyping up trades for Everson Griffin on the last year of his deal, who clearly has lost a step and was on a very healthy, very good defense with Dallas, and Dallas was gonna cut him. And we hyped that crap up. Help me make it make sense. I don't know what y'all want. Fred Jack, Stafford will come up short in LA too. Okay. But you know what I don't hear people in LA talking about? His replacement. I don't hear that. I don't go to a Rams page. Go to a Rams page and you show me where the Rams is talking about getting his replacement. Show me. They hype as hell. They fan base ready to see what he can do. And they'll judge him afterwards. Help it make sense. And then we sit up here and I try to be politically correct without going in every single time, doing my best to just, have the conversation. But at some point, I got to just call bullshit. Too many flies around it not to call it what it is. It's dead bullshit. That's what it is. And the fact that we're already trying to find ways to simply replace a guy that you hate, you just a hater. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm on the other side. I'm your conscience. This is ridiculous. You get what you want, and now you have a problem. Now we got to move on. I'm just saying. This is crazy. This whole idea of win-loss record is trash. All I heard, if anybody can do what Stafford did. Now we got somebody else a chance to do it. Y'all scared and nervous. All I heard is Stafford always turning the ball over in perfect timing. Now we get another quarterback. He's a turnover machine. First season where he had that problem. But I had people telling me we should have took freaking Fitzpatrick, Tyrod Taylor. Y'all stop playing with me, man. Come on now. Somebody got to help it make sense. You got what you want. You wanted a quarterback with a winning record that you all love to talk about. Why are we replacing him? Anybody can take over and do what Stafford did. Well, anybody's here. Why are we replacing him? Stafford ain't won nothing. This guy has. Why are we replacing him? Stafford got all these coaches fired. This guy hasn't got one person fired yet. According to most of you fans, why you want to get rid of him? Can we stop with this? Then we turn around and say shit like, draft a receiver, man. What? Why? What did we win with Calvin Johnson? Who we finna get that's going to be better than Calvin Johnson? You didn't win with a Calvin Johnson, but you think receiver's the answer. You want to know you really won? With Ndamukong Suh. Yeah, when teams up there trying to figure out how to keep him away from their quarterback. That's when you won. We got to get us a running back. We didn't win shit with Barry. Well, at least we got a playoff game, Luke. At least we got a playoff game on a team that had a stout defense. And then we do the same thing. He would be the 18th quarterback we were ready to replace. And this one ain't took a damn snap. Next, I'm going to be hearing, put Tim Boyles in. Tim Boyles can do it, man. Put him in, man. I mean, it don't make no sense. Y'all got me all up here getting all flustered and stuff for what? Because this is ridiculous. It don't make sense. We have a perfect opportunity for a person to prove himself. And before he even stepped on the field, before he put his foot in his cleats to see if they fit, we got to find his replacement. I got people asking me, what's the difference between drafting a quarterback if you cap Stafford versus traded for Goff? Because with Stafford, I knew that he had a huge contract. And I knew that he could sit for 2 years because I could then clear mad money off my books without taking a $19 million or $26 million cap hit. Well, they chose to do it anyway, out of respect for him. And they did a damn good job of getting a replacement, but that's still not good enough for this fan base. Greg Charles says, hell no, I was watching a few Rams games and I watched Hard Knocks. It's a 16-game season. How many out of those 16 games you watched of the Rams? Seriously. And Hard Knocks, a cut-up reel to sell TV. You ain't going to get nothing out of there but enjoyment. Not saying you're wrong for watching it. I'm just saying you ain't going to get nothing out of it. There is no logic at all behind killing a guy who hasn't taken a snap here. But we're going to praise another guy who hasn't taken a snap here. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. All right, people. I'm bringing myself back on down. God. Jesus. Gotta have some logical arguments that I can follow people. That's all I'm asking. Have some logic behind it. All right. Good people. If you have not hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. All right. My goal is to try to get some more stuff going, go live tomorrow. This weekend, I want to try to hit on some more film studies and knock out as many as I can. That's what I got on the agenda as of right now. So that's off rip. What's going on, Kobe? Let me see. So would you take Pitts over Slater? No. Because I understand with Slater, it's a foundational move. Slater sets you up to do something that's different. We've been talking about this for the longest. And the one thing that we have failed to realize is no one ever said the Lions got the best offensive line in the NFL. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. We've had one of the best defensive lines in the league, but that offensive lineman coming to this team, securing the offensive line, it opens up everything. Everything. And so, you want to see more running, you're going to do it with good linemen and good blocking. Okay? You want to see passing, you're going to do it with good linemen and good blocking. It just is what it is. I'm just saying. I'd rather have Goff over Dalton. I mean, right. We could have been out here with Andy Dalton as the quarterback. Y'all will really be pissed. Then I can understand y'all want to have a replacement, because there's no way in hell that he would be somebody that you would look at and say is going to be here 2 or 3 years. But Goff is going to be here at least 2 or 3 years. Deal with it. Joseph says, no cure for stupid, Luke. I'm trying. It's just a different world, man. I'm over the idea that we have to just get a replacement for a guy who haven't even taken a damn snap. Just like the Lions fans are waiting. I promise you, watch, mark my words. If the first game come out and Jared Goff go off, the people who was bitching about Stafford going to be like, told you anybody can do it. And if Jared Goff comes out the first game and stink, I told you Jared Goff was trash. Like, for them, they got a win-win. That's just a hater. You have no logic behind your anger, and it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And we can't subscribe to this kind of thinking. We got to be better as fans. You wonder why we are able to see certain things in advance? Because we are more invested than those outside entities. I'm trying to get you invested. Okay, this is my whole point. I'm just sick of this. Do that linebacker college from Tulsa? I thought that was a question. What's going on, Chris Wallace? I'm about to get out of here in a little bit. Let me see what's going on here. It says, Luke, you hear Christian Jones sign with the Bears? They losing their goddamn mind. Of course he's going to go back to where he felt like he had success at. And I'm happy he went back over there. I'm happy Andy Dalton over there. I bet you most Lions fans laughed when they heard Andy Dalton was the quarterback for the Bears. If you didn't laugh, I'm starting to wonder about your fandom. I'm just saying. Let me see what we got going on. I'm going to wait to see what he do. And if Jared Goff don't play well, trust me, I will be on his helmet too. And you should. Anybody who don't perform, you should. How you feel about KG getting signed with the Jets? He's stupid. I'm gonna tell you why KG was stupid for that deal. If you pay attention to most of the people that got deals, they took 1-year deals. And you know why? Because the cap is going to go up. And when the cap go up, he's going to probably fall into maybe the top 15 highest paid receivers, because those other receivers who took the 1-year deal are going to get paid. And then he's going to have a good season and going to want to try to pull this pay me stuff and going to come off as a diva. And then he's done. He should have just took a 1-year deal. I think it was a dumb move by him. Daniel Jones ain't finna be putting that ball like that for him. Hell, look at Golden Tate's numbers. I dare somebody tell me Golden Tate got better under Daniel Jones after leaving Stafford. I'm just telling you right now, you're not going to have that same thing. He went based on the money. Well, your success is going to be flawed. So shame on him. Holmes needs to flip that extra third into a couple day 3 picks. I think it's going to be a lot of trading going on for the Lions, starting with us having 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. I just feel like we finna make some kind of, either we trading up where we figure out, okay, we're going to trade to go get our guy now, or we're trading back and collecting picks. And I think it's more likely we're going to trade that pick, just for what I'm saying. Golf the future, 100%. Just so y'all don't forget, Luke G didn't like Chase Young. Hater. Okay, well, let me be honest about what I said. I said if I had to pick for the Detroit Lions between Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons, based on Matt Patricia's system, I am taking Isaiah Simmons. Why? Because Chase Young does not play hard all the time. This is something that happened in his rookie season. And he got chewed out by Ron Rivera and had to get his stuff together. We didn't have a Ron Rivera here. We had a Matt Patricia. I said that he only had one pass rush move. Y'all know I'm an anal when it comes to the technical stuff. But I wasn't wrong. I also wasn't a super fan of us taking Montez Sweat because he was so great. Right? I also said a lot of other things. I'm just pointing out that at the end of the day, go and watch the film on Slater versus Chase Young, and you're going to see one of the reasons why I was trying to figure out what's going on here. He had no counter move, none of that. But he got to a guy in Ron Rivera, a perfect place to be, on a team that had, I think, 3 to 4 first round talented D linemen next to him. Just saying, Benjamin. Just saying. How far do we have to trade back to justify taking a linebacker or safety? Like 18 or 19. Let's see. Who has the better O-line, Goff or Stafford? As Slater and Goff has a solid O-line, how many more hits can Stafford with his back with that line the Rams have? This is just talking facts. You protect your quarterback, they live longer. This aggression will not stand, man. I'm sorry, bro. We're sick of this. I'm serious, man. It's the confusion. I'm just confused at what people want, what the fans want. Cameron McGroin or Nick Bolton? What's my defense? Give me a defense, and I can make a better decision. What's my defense? I was just asking if you like to toss a linebacker. I do, but he got to work on taking on blocks. I was Matt fan too, but after years of seeing the same thing, him throwing stupid passes, turning the ball after about 7 years of watching that, I seen enough. Well, at least you're giving the quarterback a chance to prove you wrong. I mean, damn, let him take a snap. Somebody said I didn't laugh, but I was happy. I laughed. I'm like, y'all got Andy Dalton? That's the best you could come up with? Andy freaking, you'd have been better off bringing back Mitchell Trubisky. I hate to say that. I thought I said the Giants, not the Jets. And I said Daniel Jones too. I thought I talked about that. Let me see. KG is 27 years old. He wanted that one big payday. I think he sold himself short. Sometimes you got to look at it, man. Y'all remember Darrelle Revis? You know why Darrelle Revis not in the league? It had nothing to do with him losing the ability. And it was the fact that he decided to represent himself, just like Richard Sherman. They hate people like that, where you your own agent and you bat on yourself. Oh, they can't stand that. He got 40 mil. That's generational money. You know how many people have more than 40 mil and are broke now? There are people who have made it to the minor leagues making 40 mil and it's broke. That ain't no generational money, man. You got to know how to invest that money. KG took that deal because that hip will never be the same. Now, that could be the truth. That could be the truth. Luke was talking fit for Patricia, same as I was. Yeah, listen, can't stand Patricia. I can't. It just killed me. I wish you would have gotten. I wish we would have gotten Chase Young. I think if you look at it and we still got Chase Young, it would have been nice to have. But I think right now our biggest, like we've already are filling in spots. You had Trey Flowers, but then if you get a Chase Young, Romeo gets no playing time. He probably walked somewhere different. You still got to look for some D tackles, and then on top of it, you still need linebackers, and so you had a few different things. Luke review Damian Brown. I posted him as a Discord. He looks electric and puts cornerbacks at disadvantage before snap. Damian Brown. School and number, please. Damian Brown. Chase Young balled out. Oh, okay. Anybody who paid attention saw him get locked up. Let me see. If we trade all the way, I don't know what that means. Cheap and building the foundation. That's all they're doing. They ain't doing nothing else. Easy in the building. Did I miss him? Lou G is absolutely insane, but I love him. Hey, I love you too, man. I'm not being insane. I'm just saying. We trying to replace a dude that ain't took a snap. All I've been hearing is all this other stuff. And like I said, we already had our debate easy. We know that your biases is real. You just want the mobile quarterback. It's 100%. You don't like golf and you want the mobile quarterback. I respect that. I think we're gonna have a multiple defensive front because I keep on trying to figure out what their defense is, and I've been watching film between both the teams, and I've seen them use so many different fronts. And then I even went to go watch film. In one game, I saw them come out with look like a 3-4, but then another game they came out and would look like a 4-3. Then another one they came out would look like a 3-3-5. I mean, I don't see it all. So I think they're gonna be having some fun playing around with different pieces because it's confusing as hell for me right now. Until they actually put it all on paper, I really cannot say. It's a mystery in all honesty. She had to get the deal. So Kenny got the 28 deal. All right, listen, I'm going through. Luke, do you need a blue Tylenol pill for your headache? I only take red pills around here, bro. I'm just saying, only take red pills around here. Easy versus Luke, round 75. Fight, man. Easy always want to come point out something. There is absolutely a bias when you throw Mahomes in the conversation. When I throw Mahomes in the conversation, there's a bias. The point I'm trying to make is if you had a guy like Patrick Mahomes on your roster, you're not talking about taking a quarterback. In fact, if you had a Patrick Mahomes and they took a quarterback, you would call the Lions stupid. So, and that's where your bias came in at, because if the argument was supposed to be for you to if the argument is supposed to be for you to get just a rookie contract, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You care about the rookie contract. So when it comes to the truth, I know how to get around into the truth. So you know, you definitely got some biases. I ain't mad at you though. Let me see. Did you see Michigan make it to the Sweet 16? Go blue. Oh, you dirty as hell for that. I mean, okay. Y'all finally did something in the COVID plague year. I saw a lot of good teams lose. Big deal. Whoop-de-doo. I appreciate the love on the hook today, fam. 100%. Let me see. Let me make sure I ain't missing nothing now. Oh, this is my man right here. This is another Packers fan, but he rocks with us, man. He says, Luke, what you doing over picking up our leftovers again? You know what? I think they'll be used different this time around. You know, we had a problem where our coaches didn't use them, so we getting better as we speak. But we don't have a Patrick Mahomes, though. I know, but if you was true about your belief in a rookie contract, I don't care who it was, you would have been wanting a rookie contract. And we know that that's not the case. It's just convenient for your argument because you want a guy who you think is going to be stellar because he's mobile. And chances is he has the biggest ceiling for bust. You know, you also wanted us to keep Patricia for a third year. So, and you wanted us to get rid of Stafford. And we did. In fact, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Everything that has happened so far, SpeakEZ spoke it into existence. And he hate all of it. he was like, get rid of Stafford. We got rid of Stafford. Got Jared Goff. He hate Jared Goff. I ain't even took a snap yet. All right, good people. You missed a lot, Smitty. I'm about to get up out of here. But Smitty, check your DMs later. I got to send you something that I want you to address with me for a minute. Getting rid of Stafford was the greatest thing for this organization. Cool. And how was taking a quarterback when you already have one at 7 even better? There go that bias is coming out. I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me get to my positive quote. Today's positive quote just comes from a person named Camilla Kambar. Basically says that you don't find the happy life, you make it. Let me say it again. You don't find the happy life, you make it. And I think too often y'all forget that you have so much power. You ever heard the Kanye West song Power? Y'all forget when he came in with them chants letting y'all know you had this power, and no one man should have all that power. He was letting you know you got power. Some of y'all running around here miserable because you keep putting yourself around miserable people. Some of y'all's around here not reaching y'all full potential, not getting that money you want, not getting things done that you want because you don't spend too much time trying to search for happiness instead of making it. This quote is simple. It is time for you to make your own happiness. No more of the put off or the putbacks or the put bys. You have to find a way to make your own happiness. The scary part of it all is this. That 9 times out of 10, half the thing that's stopping you is you. And the best parts of it is the thing that's going to be able to pick you up and keep it moving forward is you. It's time that we stop getting in our own damn way and make our own happiness. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not hit that like or subscribe button, please do. Please do. It is a must. And if you have not told a friend and tell a friend to check out these videos, please do, because I got some more coming, including some film studies. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.